Hello there, welcome to my bench once again. In this tutorial I'm going to tie you up a caddis pattern. This caddis pattern is called the flat wing caddis, just a simple guy. And it's not that difficult to tie really, and it's an awesome pattern in slow moving slack water. It sets nice and flat in the surface film. It's just a really good flyer for those type of water situations. So I figured I'd give this guy a tie for you this time. So I'll get him a device, a fresh hook in, and I'll get started for you. The hook of choice is a Mustad 9671 size 12 for this guy. We'll get him locked in the vise here. There we go. And our thread is Danville, Ultra Thread 70 denier in a tan color, brownish tan. And we're going to start that about 3 high lengths behind the eye this time. And wrap back, touching wraps towards our barb here till we get just about above the barb. And we're going to stop, snip off our tag end, and there's no tail, so we're just going to attach our rib, which is a small saddle hackle for the rib, brown. We're going to tie that in by the stem here, just like so. Wrap forward on it all the way up the shank to where we left up, where we started our thread. Trim off the tip, then come back, good snug wraps to where we left off there. Now we're going to dub our body, so we'll put a little tacky wax on. And the body calls for muskrat fur, gray muskrat. But if you don't have gray muskrat, I'm using hairline dark dun, which is a good substitute for that if you don't have any, which I don't at the moment. Or even an Adams gray would work as well, or any gray rabbit dubbing. So we're going to form a noodle here, just a nice straight even noodle down the thread. Don't have to worry about taper on this one. And just get enough on there, and we'll give that a go and see where that puts us, if that's enough. If not, you always add more. So we're going to start that on. Going to wrap back towards my hackle, and I'm going to take one wrap in front of that and just one wrap behind, like so. Just like that. Sorry about that. And then we're going to wrap forward, just like so. Don't worry about them guard hairs, you can trim them out before we wrap, and just keep wrapping forward. Okay, a little bit more, so wax, a little more wax on the thread, and a little more dubbing here. I'll dub some more on, just like so. Okay, nice and tight. Okay, we'll see where that puts us here. Okay, I think that's going to be just about the right amount. Right there is fine. Okay, and I'm going to come in and snip off some of these guard hairs here. Okay, there we go. Now, that looks fine. So, we're going to take our rib, our hackle, and we're going to start wrapping it. Just even spaced wraps. Take one wrap here at the start, give it a little snug pull, and then we're going to start palming it forward, even spaced wraps, just like so here. There we go. One more wrap, then we're going to tie this guy off, just like so. A couple wraps over top of them, snug down good, and wrap forward. Several snug wraps there to lock him in good. Lift that up and snip that excess off. And I got lots more there for a couple more flies. So it's one good thing about the saddle hackles, they're nice and long. Now to make sure that's in there snug, come back. Now before I tie in the wing, for this pattern it calls for us, we need to trim the hackle on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to turn the fly around first, and I'm going to come in and trim all the bottom hackle off. Just like so here. Bring her back up, we're going to trim on the top. Come right along the top, trim your top hackle. Just like so. There we go. That's fine. Okay. There we are. Now we're ready to attach our wing. And our wing is a molted turkey quill segment, which I had here on my bench and now I can't find it. It's not a good thing. Excuse me for a second here till I just get another one prepared. I seem to have misplaced it somewhere here, so I'll just cut another one. Just like so here. Now the way I treat these sections is that I take a little UV solar res in the flex formula, and I take a little bit on my dubbing needle, just like so. Then I just take it and just work it in on that quill segment. Just cover the whole segment there good so it soaks in, just like so. Then I'll take my light and I'll come in and cure that. My UV light. And this flex formula is good for quills, quill feathers and stuff because it stays flexible. You can still tie them in with any difficult problems. So that should be good and cured now. So, and then I'll take my scissors and I want to cut a little V notch in this guy, so I'll cut them off flush first. Then I'm going to come in and cut a little V. Just a little notch in the back here. There we go. So what you want to look like is right there. Just a little V like so. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Now we'll take our wing, and we want that wing laid down flat, and we want it to come back just beyond the bend, not too far. And you want to tie that in nice and flush on top of the hook here. Just like so, and wrap back. So it lays down good. Snug that down. Okay, and there's your wing. It should look just like that. On the bottom, like so. And then come in, snip off the excess. Okay. And we're going to bind that down really good. Nice snug, tight wraps. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Now, before I get the front hackle tied in, I'm going to take excuse me, a little bit of Zappa Gap super glue, and I'm going to put a little dab on those thread wraps there, just like so. There we go. Now our front hackle is just a medium brown rooster neck hackle, just a regular dry fly hackle. I'm going to put two of them in. I have those prepared and ready to tie in, so I'll place them together, get those tied in. Now I want those tied the shiny side forward, right in front of the wing, like so here. There we go. And we're going to wrap those hackle stems forward, and I'm going to come in, push up on them with my thumbnail, and I want to snip those out. Just like so. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to wrap that right towards the eye and let my thread hang right behind the eye. So next we're ready to wrap our hackles. So we'll take the first hackle, bring that down, we'll start to wrap him. Grab him with my hackle pliers here, and we're just going to wrap forward. Just each wrap falling in front of the next. Just like so here. There we go. That looks good so far. We'll just keep wrapping till we get to where we want to tie off. And I'm going to tie that guy off right there. So we'll come up behind that hackle stem, hackle tip rather, a couple wraps, then we'll go in front, make a couple wraps, just like so, snug it down good. I'm going to come in with my scissors, snip away that tip. There we go. There's our first hackle. Now we're going to wrap our second hackle, and the little trick to wrapping your second hackle so you don't trap down the first is to always wrap that in a zigzag motion. So what I'll do is start my first wrap here, grab it, hold my pliers, just like so, and as you wrap, just make that little zigzag motion as you go forward, just like so here, and you won't trap down your first hackle. We don't want to do that, so just keep wrapping forward till we get to that same tie off point. Okay, that looks great. Now we're going to come up, tie this hackle point off, come around with a couple wraps behind, just like so. And we're going to make a couple wraps back on them. Then we're going to come in with our scissors, snip him out of there, just like so. And there we go. Now I'll make sure that's in there wrapped down good and secure. Now I got one stray fiber there that I want to snip out of there. Get him. There we go. Okay, so that part's done. Now we're essentially all finished here except for our half hitch, whip finish, and our coat the head on this guy. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my half hitch tool here. Make a couple half hitches. Okay, there's one. Another. Yeah, we're going to do a 4 or 5 turn whip finish on them. Okay. There we go. Come down, snap that up. There we go. Give a little pull. Come in, snip off my excess thread here. There we go. There is another flat wing caddis. Just want to straighten my hackle out here a little bit. There we go. That's fine. Like I was saying, it's a very good fly to use into the if you got water that's nice and slow running, flat, calm water. This is a really good caddis pattern to try. Now one more thing we have to do, which I almost forgot, is turn the fly up, and we're going to clip that hackle on the bottom, the front hackle on the bottom as well. And that'll make this guy ride nice and flush on the surface film. So we're just going to snip that off the bottom as well on our front hackle. There we go. There we go. Done deal. So there you can see how it looks. And that fly will set perfectly flat on the surface. So all we got left to do, I'm going to take a little bit of bone dry, like I always do on the heads of my flies. And I'm going to come around those thread wraps and put a little thin coat. Just like so here. Come around, just be careful not to get on your hackles. There we go. Okay, I'll come in right quick with the light and give them a quick cure here. There we go. Just cure that resin up nice and hard. Doesn't take long. There we go. There, he's all done. Another size 12 flat wing caddis. See if I can bring a close up in for you this time without my focus screwing up. There we go. That'll give you a little better look at him, how he looks here. So there's the top view and the bottom view. And like I was saying, it's a really good fly to use. Well, if you've got some nice slack, no current, just flat running water, and it sets on that surface film really pretty. So this is Hugh. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial this time. Signing out for now, and if you liked, please subscribe. I really appreciate that a lot. And for now, happy tying everyone, and I'll see you again soon. So long for now, folks.